We're gonna get started with our Cordon Bleu today. And the best part of the Cordon Bleu is, of course, that melty, cheesy center.
Yep.
So we have a 6-ounce block of Gruyere cheese. We're gonna cut that into batons.
I like it.
So it's gonna be 2 by 1/2-inch batons. These are 8 batons of Gruyere. So now we're going to make our little ham packets that go inside the Cordon Bleu. So we have a nice smoky Black Forest ham. We'll lay that down. Take a nice salty, funky piece of prosciutto here. So we're gonna roll this up almost like a burrito style. So we're gonna fold over once and then go in on the sides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is gonna help keep it from oozing out of the sides. And we have our ham packets all done.
That's done?
Now it's time to bone out our chicken thighs.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna use a paring knife. You could use a boning knife if you like, but I'm just gonna make some small incisions on either side of the bone. Okay, that's just gonna give me access underneath the bone. So just kind of slide my knife right up underneath there. Okay. And then I'll just kind of use the knife and scrape the bone down and then pull the bone so you expose that knuckle and just cut and remove. And now we'll just go back because, you know, it's not a perfect cut. Sometimes you have a little bit of cartilage, so we'll just trim off that cartilage. But we want to take care to not trim away any of this excess skin. That's going to be our friend here. Now we're just going to pound these to an even 1/4-inch thickness. I'll put some plastic wrap over top. You can see there's some undulation here. We just want to even it out so when they roll, there's not a lot of big pockets of meat. So we have a little bit of lemon zest. We have 2 teaspoons of zest that will cover all 8 of these. We'll do a little bit of thyme. Again, this is 2 teaspoons of thyme. We'll carry across all 8 of these chicken thighs. Then a little bit of salt. We're not going crazy with the amount of salt here because keep in mind that ham is pretty salty, the cheese is pretty salty. And then finally a little bit of black pepper. And we put our ham and cheese packet right there and we'll just give it a quick turn until we get seam side down.
That looks good.
And now we're gonna wanna really tighten these packets up. And the best way to do that is in some plastic wrap.
Okay.
So I have a sheet of plastic wrap here. We're just gonna wrap the plastic wrap around this once and then twist it all the way up. And you just wanna roll it on the counter so you twist the edges nice and tight.
Wow.
Like that.
That is perfection.
Tuck them underneath themselves. So we'll just repeat that with the rest of these chicken thighs and all this filling. And then we'll throw those in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or up to 24 hours. Now we're gonna make our panko crust for the Cordon Bleu. And what Joe did at the restaurant I thought was really interesting. He was using a typical Japanese panko breadcrumb, which is a coarse, ultra crunchy breadcrumb. But he ground half of it to make a fine powder to get in those nooks and crannies of the chicken while also maintaining some of the coarse texture.
Oh, that's clever.
So we're gonna throw 2 cups of panko into the food processor here. So we're gonna process this for 15 seconds till we get it nice and fine. Okay, and you can see that's nice and fine, almost like a coarse sand. We're adding it to 2 cups of panko straight from the box, still coarse.
Even ratio.
Yep, and we're just gonna give that a mix. All right, so just nice and even like that, okay? And then we could slide that up here. We have 3 large egg whites here. Into that, we're gonna add 9 tablespoons of cornstarch. So that's about 3 tablespoons per egg white.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just slowly whisk this together. So look at this, it's like
Wow.
nice and sticky.
Look at those perfect pieces of chicken.
Yeah, so this is our Cordon Bleu that has been removed from the plastic wrap. It's been refrigerated for 24 hours. So it's nice and tight and it's holding that shape. So we're gonna dunk them into our egg white mixture. We'll let the excess drip off and then we'll go right into our panko. I always use one hand to get dirty, and the other hand I try to keep as clean as possible. It doesn't always work. The great thing about using this 9 by 13 pan is you can give it a shake like this, kind of work some of that panko over top
It's
of it.
all about the shake.
Once that's all coated, we'll just shake off any excess, and we'll put that right up here, and we'll just repeat, and we'll do this until all of them are coated. The important thing here is after you've coated them all, you want to put them in the refrigerator for at least 20 minutes or up to 2 hours, because that really helps the panko harden. Now we're finally ready to fry our Cordon Bleu. So I have 2 quarts of vegetable oil here. It's heated to 350 degrees. We're just going to drop our chilled Cordon Bleu packets in there.
Look how sturdy those are.
Yeah, and they're just gonna fry for 2 minutes just to get color on the outside, and then they're gonna go into the oven.
Love what you're watching? Take your cooking to the next level with our Essential membership. Get instant access to thousands of recipes, tips, techniques, product reviews, and step-by-step videos. Our Members app allows you to search by ingredient, set dietary preferences, and save your favorite recipes. For those looking to level up, our newest feature, ATK Classes, offers more in-depth instruction led by ATK experts so you can gain greater confidence in the kitchen. Start your free trial by visiting the App Store or going to americastestkitchen.com/YouTube today.
All right, it's been 2 minutes. You can see these are nice and golden brown. That's exactly what we're looking for. They'll definitely darken up in the oven a little bit. We're just trying to get that initial bump of color going here and to form that crust. So we'll just drop them onto a wire rack inside of a sheet pan. As they bake, the air will circulate around them. All right, so we're back up to 350. We're going to drop the remaining 4 Cordon Bleu into the oil. All right, so these are all set and ready for the oven. So we're going to throw them into a 350-degree oven. The rack is set to the middle position. We're going to let them go to 30 to 35 minutes until they hit 175 degrees. We're going to make our sauce for the chicken cordon bleu, and it's called a soubise, which is basically an onion-flavored bechamel.
Old school.
Old school stuff. So we have 3 tablespoons of butter melted down here over medium-low heat. Into that, we're going to add a half cup of finely chopped onion and a half teaspoon of kosher salt. And we're going to throw a lid on this and let it cook for 10 minutes, giving it the occasional stir. So those look gorgeous, don't they? You got a little bit more color.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking for 175 degrees. We want to temp through the side of the cordon bleu and make sure we get the meat and not the cheese close to the center. 176, that's right where we want to be.
On point.
So while that chicken rests for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and finish up our soubise. These onions have sweated down nicely. You can see they're nice and softened. So we're going to add to that a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. This is going to be the base for our roux. We're just going to whisk that in there and let it cook for a minute just to drive off that raw flour flavor. All right, now that's cooked for a minute. We're going to add a cup of whole milk. And we'll just whisk that to combine. So we're going to turn up the heat to medium-high because we want to bring this to a quick boil. Okay, you can see as the sauce begins to come to a boil, right on the edges there, it's where that pot is the hottest. You automatically start to see it thicken a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make sure that boil comes all the way through the sauce so it gets into the center. That way you know the entire sauce is thickened, not just the edges. Just push it into the corners on occasion and make sure none of the flour is sitting there burning. Okay, so that is about as thick as it's going to get. Just whisk it to combine. And now we're going to finish the sauce off the heat with a little bit of sour cream. Do you mind adding that sour cream?
Oh, I'd be happy to.
So this is a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Just whisk that in. And then we're going to add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of nutmeg, and a little touch of salt. Just whisk that in. And then our sauce is good to go. All right, so the way I like to plate this is by first putting a little bit of sauce on the bottom of the plate. And then we're going to put the cordon bleu on top of it. And then we'll pick out a really nice cordon bleu for you. All right, and that is it. We're ready to dig in.
What a looker.
Gave you the appetizer portion. Now I'm going to cut in a little bit further in, like
I'm going to go right through the middle.
through the
that's
center for that cheese.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's still juicy. The cheese is melting, but it's not oozing all over the place.
Right away, I could smell the lemon too.
Yeah, and the thyme. This first one's a big bite. I mean, it is the ultimate chicken cordon bleu. The chicken is juicy and flavorful. That's a good soubise.
For full episodes of your favorite cooking shows, head over to ATK's Full Episodes channel on YouTube. You can stream complete seasons of America's Test Kitchen, Cook's Country, and more. See you there.